got here and I'm sweating like a stuffed pig. Holy hell. Woo, don't do that, Kurt. Guaranteed to catch a fish on the shrimp. Now we wait. Why we wait? Why not hydrate? Get out of my bait. Okay, I know. What's up, guys? Luke, Ben, Deuce. Think that's Q. I'm out here catfishing. Got salami on the white pole and then shrimp on the yellow. This humidity needs to go away. I just got here and I'm sweating tanks. Oh my God. How's your guys' day going today? Not really any good spots to set up this camera. This is the only spot I got. All the rest of the spots are uneven or not level, and camera starts falling all over the place. Yeah, I was here 2 days ago and caught 4 decent sized channel cats out of here. And I didn't have to cast far, like 4 feet out. Pretty much that's what I'm doing right now, is playing in the shallows a little bit. Thanks, Don Soap, for the subscribe. Appreciate it. I know that shrimp smells good and all, Fly, but you could leave me alone now. I tried to find my old catfish spot, but that was a mission. The path I took didn't lead to it. So I decided to come over here. I could still get to it, but I'd have to do a little walking. There's a parking lot over there, and then you can walk to a pier, and then right around the corner from the pier is a good catfishing spot I know of. And in order to get in there, it's overgrown with weeds, and I got quite a bit of stuff I'm carrying, so you're fishy. Got your favorite bait? Come back. Anybody else able to get some fishing in today? Thank God I picked this spot. It's in the shade. If I was on the other spot where I wanted to catfish, I'd be sweating. What's happening over there? How you guys doing? Vamos, mira, allá está todo eso libre, güey. Vamos para allá. No, para allá al de este, ¿va? Sí, todo eso, mira. Vamos allá. Vamos, nomás sube ahí y pasa por arribita del tronco, güey. Vos. Pásale, güey. You guys want to walk through something? Excuse me. You're good. Sorry about taking up the path. You do it? That's okay. Yeah, a little bit. Sorry, guys. No problem. You guys have a good one. Welcome, welcome. I wonder what happened over there in the parking lot over there, man. There's ambulance and everything over there. When I got here, I was driving down the road and I seen a car stopped with their hazards on in the middle of the road. I bust a UE and they weren't there anymore, and I wondered where they went. And then when I left the one spot that I was looking for and came over here, they were parked in that parking lot over there, and a sheriff had ambulance and fire department put up. I don't know if something had. It was a guy and a girl. I don't know if they had a kid in the car or another person in the car and something happened to them, but crazy. I hope everything's all right. Yeah, that was crazy. and everybody's that's driving's gotta slow down and look. It's like, keep driving, man. You're gonna cause an accident trying to see what's going on. Just keep driving. Or if you're that worried, pull in the parking lot. Yeah, I thought something was wrong with your car. I was gonna, when I busted a Yui, I was gonna stop and ask them if they, wanted to try to push the road or push the car off the road a little bit. And then they were gone. So it wasn't their car that was messed up. And if it was the car, why in the hell would there be an ambulance and a fire truck? Something happened to have happened. I don't know. The guess could be endless right now. I hope it ain't anything bad. Wow, all these weeds, man. I can't sit comfortable poking me in the arm and stuff. Come on, kitty cats, where the hell you at? You were right here the other day. Come on now, fishies. Here in a second, I'm going to take this white pole and add a little shrimpy to that too. Wait for that shrimp to defrost just a little bit more. I don't know what would be more exciting, watching my poles not get hit or trying to see what's going on over there with the fire truck. And what's weird is I was gonna park over there too, and then I was gonna walk over to this pier over here. Oh, sorry, and then go around it, and on the other side of that pier is a nice catfish spot. That's crazy though. But enough of that. We're here to fish. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna fish. Get away from me, you bee. Damn it. You already made me knock my soda over. let's rebait that other one. We won't rebait, we'll just add some. Little bluegill just jumped out there. Another one just popped right there. Oh, I think I just got a hit. Or it could have been just this shrimp making it bounce around. Let's do it here. Now they're in trouble. Now, show me where the fish are, buddy. Excuse me. Sit here and let the phone battery die. I'm gonna try to turn this lighting down so it's not so bright and sucking up my battery. As you can see, I'll show you around here. There's not really much a spot that you could. It's a nice lake. And then I'm sitting over here next to that. Nice little cover right here. Pretty neat. Over here they got a kayak rental. You go over there and rent kayaks. I don't know how much. It used to be a boat rental back in the day, and the boat rental shack was pretty beat up. and then I think they either sold it to somebody and they took over and knocked down the little shed that they had for the boat rental, and then they rebuilt a new one and they sell or rent kayaks out of it now. They used to sell bait, bobbers, hooks, all that, but since they changed to the kayaks, I haven't been over there to see if they sell any bait, and I honestly think that they don't sell bait there. So, but it would blow my mind if they did. Give this spot a little while, and then don't catch nothing. I'll cast a little bit further out, try to find them. I should have did that with one of these rods, but I figured I'd try a little closer to the bank than chucking it out there. This bait smells pretty good, so I wouldn't put it past the catfish to come hunt it down. And I didn't even check to see what the barometric pressure was today. But I can tell you this, it is humid out today. Now that I'm streaming, they're like, yeah, we're not over here now. We are, but we're not going to hit. We already know what's behind that bait. Or it might have just been one of those days where, they were on and I wasn't streaming. I should have, but again, there was no room to put a camera anywhere. I was I was sitting over there. My buddy was sitting right where he was sitting in front of the pole holder where it is, but it's like they're pretty much stepping on top of each other. And fire truck and ambulance is still over there. It's up, it's up. Yeah, they were knocking the snot of it out of it yesterday. Like they were hitting it so hard it was lifting the end of the pole up in the air and then coming back down. And there's some big ones in here. Off that pier that I showed you guys earlier, I seen a guy fishing. He was older than me for sure. He was just sitting in a camping chair, one pole in his hand, and he was fishing what he was saying there was a hole over there. And dude, he tore out probably a good 30-pound flathead out of here. Maybe I should have brought my other pole to mess around with bluegill while I'm waiting for a fish to hit. But then one of them catfish poles got to come out the water. The reason I was able to get away with it yesterday, get out of there, B. I don't want to be sticking my hand in there and getting stung. Close that up. Yes, I was here with my buddy. It was different because it's like I was using one catfish pole, he was using another, and then the one rod I was messing with the bluegills with, every now and then we would just I'd hand it off to him, and he would play around a little bit, and then hand it back off to me, and I think that's what originally stirred the fish up, because that I caught a small little bass, he caught a little bit bigger one, and then I caught the first channel cat on the bait pole, and then all the rest of them came off the catfish poles. But that was probably 4 fish within like 45 minutes. What's up, Fish On Entertainment? What's going on? What's the count? Nothing so far. I got here probably 35 minutes ago. The only action that's going on, I don't know what's going on, but over in the parking there's fire department and ambulances over there. I don't know what's going on. I seen a lady with her hazards on parked in the middle of the road when I first got here. I turned around and was going to see if she was need a hand to get pushed off the side of the road, and she was gone. I'm like, where did she go? And then I noticed a sheriff pull up, and he was kind of looking around and curiously. And I'm like, what's going on? And I started driving to this spot, and that person that was parked in the middle of the road was parked in the parking lot over there talking to the sheriff. And then I walked down here, and about 10 minutes after setting up, ambulance and fire department showed up. I don't know if there was 2 people, there was 2 people waiting for the cop outside, but I don't know if there was a passenger in the back seat or something. I don't know. Well, I appreciate that, man. Yeah. Yesterday I was streaming and some random came in and automatically wanted me to moderate them, and SoCal gave him a little earful. For sure. I was gonna ask SoCal too if he would it would have been all right to moderate him, but there we go. Boom, there you go. You're managing moderator now. Oh, you want a standard? All right, well, let's see if I can switch it. Remove as a managing, and then, hold on, add it as a moderator, standard. All right, now you're standard, bro. Yeah, I'm totally new to this. I'm trying to get all the ins and outs of streaming. So a little bit here and there, knowledge that I get from people, it helps tremendously. Yeah, I was here a couple days ago, and me and my buddy caught they were probably 3-4 pound channel cats out of here within like 45 minutes. And I get here now and it seems like they don't want to hit. Hell yeah. Get it popping. Pop, lock, and drop it. Damn. I bet you that was fun. Yeah, it was electric. A boogie woogie. Yeah, I like those when you don't know what it is, but you know it's big. And you're just like, what is it? And then you get it to the bank and you're like, oh my God. It's like, bring the fish in the rest of the way, man. Stop dancing. Yeah, this is one of the lakes back in the day. Man, this was the stomping grounds, man. My dad used to come here and fish for catfish all the time. And then as a little kid, he brought me. And then the older I got and was able to go fishing by myself, this was the lake that I came to. There's plenty other more, lakes that I fished too, but this was my main pride and joy. No, yeah. I had like 12 people in here the first like 10 minutes, and then it dropped to like 4, and then it went to 0, and then people were hopping in and out. So it's like, I know they'll come and go, so I'm not worried about it. What lake am I at? That I will not disclose. I will keep that. I'm at a lake, that's all I'll say. I'm using shrimp for bait and salami. The salami is just, if I run out of other bait, I have at least something to put on the hook. Is Jersey Jacob your brother, Fish on Entertainment? All right. Well, now that I know, I'll keep your name in mind, and hopefully you keep popping in and watching streams. And since you're Fishing on Entertainment's brother, I'll mod you. I have pretty much the same situation going on. The wind kind of blowing my way like the other day, and the only difference is I didn't bring my bait pole to mess with bluegill. All right, for sure. Winds all day long. Even if you get skunked, guess what? You got out and was able to enjoy nature and be at peace for a little while. Oh, I know. I know. It's like my one friend yesterday. He was like, "Oh, I'm reeling it in, cast out, reeling." I'm like, "Dude, leave your bait alone. They will come." And then all of a sudden, when I caught that, oh, there we go. Here we go. Oh yeah, he whacked the snot out of it. They're here. As you can see, I didn't really cast that far out. I'm like maybe 4 feet, 5 feet out. Yeah, they did. They definitely smelt it out. I'll tell you what, this shrimp I got, I opened the bag, I let it defrost all the way. And then I took garlic and pepper seasoning and onion powder, and I shook both containers in the bag. And then I sealed the bag back up and did the shake and bake with it and threw it back in the freezer. And that's what I'm using. And I mean, I could open up the bag and whew, I could smell it. Yeah, there used to be boats here, but they I don't know if the person that owned it passed away or what the deal was, but they ended up knocking down the boat rental and rebuilding a canoe rental. So the only way you're going to get a boat here is if you bring it yourself, and they don't allow motors in here. Trolling motors, yeah, but any gas powered motor, no. It's more paddle way out or troll your way out. Yeah, I try not to. I always used to be that one, like, oh, I got to cast a mile away to get to the fish. And it's like, I've proved myself on that theory wrong so many damn times, it's not even funny. Yeah, dude, I thought of the same thing. Like, take like bluegills and packages of shrimp and like those catfish dough ball baits. Just make a whole clump of just disgusting mess and just pantyhose it and make decent sized balls about yay big, and then just hook them on the hook and give them a wing out there. You got everything you could possibly think in there. You got bluegill, shrimp, worm, catfish bait. Hell, put the carp bait in there too. Some corn, some seasonings. Just go ham on it. The stinkier, the better. Yeah, chicken breast works good too. I'd go with chicken breast over chicken liver any day. It just stays on the hook better. And then having that chicken liver out in the sun for a long time, the container starts swelling up, and it's like the chicken liver starts getting really mushy and doesn't want to stay on the hook. Yeah, anything's possible with catfish. But yeah, you guys seen how that pole went, man. That's how it was last time I was here. Both poles would just be like, I usually like tight lines, but yesterday, or not yesterday, but the day before, I had one tight and one kind of had a little bit of slack in the line, and it didn't matter to them whether it was tight or not. They were taking it. All the fire department and all that's gone. State boys still over there. That just blows my mind. What really happened over there? I don't know, man. I didn't see anybody like being hauled off on a stretcher or anything. And when the fire department and ambulance took off, the sirens weren't blaring, so couldn't have been that much of an emergency. But yeah, it's a pretty big lake here. I'll show you guys. And that's where the kayak rental place is like right over here. But the cool thing about this place, well, quite a few of these places, they basically did, I guess, a graphing of the lake, and every spot you park, there's a sign that basically shows you drop off points, deep spots, shallow spots, and they have one of them signs and what species in that lake or pond or whatever, and they have them at pretty much all the forest preserves that are around here. So that's a cool thing. It gives you an idea how the lake's base, laid out and what kind of fish are in there. So you're not trying to guess on what you want to fish for. Yeah, I got circle hook on mine, on both of them. Octopus circle hooks, 5/0. I don't get all fancy on the brands or anything. As long as the hook don't bend out and it hooks the fish, I'm happy. The last set of hooks I got, I think, oh, I got my bag over here. Let me check them out here. What are they? Oh, Team Catfish, octopus circle hook, size 6. I got size 5s. I got Big Daddies, yeah. Pretty big hook compared to this little hook. But that's, those big hooks I use when I'm out by my sister's house fishing on the Mississippi. I don't really use all that heavy hookage at spots like this. Even the rivers here, I don't use that big of a hook. The only time I use a big of a hook that size is if I have a big piece of cut bluegill. Other than that, it's just the octopus circle hooks. I used to be heavy into Kaylee hooks, but once I started buying other different types of hooks and stuff, it's like these hooks are on point, and circle hooks. It's like every fish I've caught with these circle hooks, it's in the corner of the mouth, nowhere else. Texas rig and a Carolina rig. Yeah, dude, like I've caught catfish on rattle traps, square bills. They'll hit moving baits. So it's like like I said, the possibilities are endless for catfish. The one that I caught on a crankbait was a 10-pound flathead, and I swear to God, I cast it in the same spot like 10 times, and I thought I snagged a log, and I'm sitting there yanking on the pole trying to break it free, and then all of a sudden the damn thing started moving, and it started thrashing and spit my hook, and I'm like, oh shit, that was a fish. So I threw back a few more times, bam, hit it again, and then I knew it wasn't a stump, so I started cranking in on him. And dude, that thing was bulldogging the hell out of me, man. The only thing it was scaring me is I didn't want him spitting the hook or spitting the bait and that thing come flying and hit me in the face. But yeah, I got him in. I gave it to one of the guys that were in a boat fishing for crappie, I think, or bluegill. I was like, hey, any of you guys want this catfish? I'm like, hell yeah. I'm like, all I ask is I don't have a scale on me. I want to know what it weighs. Threw it on the scale for me, 10 pounds. I'm like, far out. Yeah, I've had carp do that. Damn near spool me out. Yeah, 32, man. Whew. Man, I'd love to pull in one of them things, dude. Yeah, the only sucky part about fishing in this state is all the forest preserves. They open up from sunrise to sunset, and don't know. My dad used to come here and fish at night, and we never really got messed with because we weren't one of them knuckleheads causing havoc to the lake or the woods, just burning stuff, leaving stuff around. But it pretty much put an end to letting people fish at nighttime here. Like, I've thought about it quite a few times of just coming here because they got ropes and they lock them down and chain them off and everything, so you can't get in. But there's a few spots over by that parking lot on the other side of the lake where you can pull off the side of the road, and there's trails leading down to the lake, and just come here one night, park in that spot, and then walk down. And then if the boys in blue show up, so be it. I'll just pack my stuff up and leave. But then I don't want them being like, nope, you're not leaving. I'm going to give you 10 tickets and take all your equipment that you have with you. And like, I'm snagged, and all of a sudden, be like, yeah, it ain't no log. I ain't snagged. It's like when I went salmon fishing for the first time, and it was like my buddy got me into bass fishing, I got him into catfishing, and then my dad's like, yeah, it's you go fishing for the salmon, you'll not want to fish for catfish, bass, none of that the rest of your life. I'm like, why is that? The way they fight. Like, okay, dude, that fish ran up and down that stream about 100 times, flipping and flopping in front of me. I was like, yep, this fight wise, this just blows bass and catfish and all out the water. Then I got hooked on that and went out salmon fishing for damn near a whole year, as much as I could. Yeah, dude, they're they could be total douchers, man. Like, I get it. You're not supposed to have because they think you have the rod in your hand, a little kid, and they're thinking you're trying to get one over on them. So they're gonna be the butthead and drop the hammer on you guys. It's like I was here at this lake on that pier over on the other side, and my one friend, he didn't have no job or anything, and I pretty much treated him like my brother from another mother, and I took care of him and stuff. And every time I'd come out here, I'd have like a crappy rod that my dad had bought me when we used to go camping that I'd let him use. And DNR came over here and was checking license. Now, mind it, my girlfriend was fishing right next to me. She didn't have a fishing license. My buddy that was fishing, he didn't have a fishing license. And I told him, dude, if you get my shit taken away, I'm going to put my foot in your rear. But I ran around. I told him, I'm like, yo, man, DNR's here. Ditch the pole. Dude, DNR walks around the corner, comes back, and was like, next time I see you here without a fishing license, you're getting a ticket. And I knew who she was talking to. But I was like, you big dummy. Like, you walked right over to me, and you're telling DNR, oh, I'm cleaning the weeds off for my friend. And I'm on the other side of the pier. Like, don't be lying to these guys, dude. They will lock you up. Like, they don't play games here. Like, you be cool with them and don't give them a reason, they won't mess with you. But you give them a reason, they're going to throw the book at you. Yeah, that's just, and you know, you would think that they would be like, oh, you're teaching a kid, cool, thumbs up to you. You know, you're pushing not really pushing, but you're teaching the youngsters how to fish. You know, something to keep them out of trouble when they grow up. And it's just like, nah, man, I don't care if you're teaching them. You're supposed to have a fishing license. You got the pole in your hand. I'm giving you a ticket. Like, no, no. Oh, you dirty dog. Look at this. Damn fish jumped right in front of me. I'll put it for a little bit so you guys could actually see a little bit water instead of a pole not getting hit. Maybe you guys could see some stuff jumping in the water or something. Yeah, yeah. I totally hear you on that too. Like, but then again, the stuff that we think of, these cops probably seen 10 times worse, you know? So I know there's reasoning behind it and all that. But when it comes down, like, I could only fish with 2 rods, but I could probably have 50 hooks on one line. Like, what's the difference between 50 hooks on my line on one pole compared to me fishing 50 poles with one hook? No, I just don't get it. The hunting, I totally hear you on the hunting too. Like, I've seen people do some stupid stuff, and I'm not the one to want to start any trouble or anything or be a snitch, but damn, when you take a deer and then you take is one part of the deer and then you don't do anything with the rest of it, it's like, in my eyes, you deserve a hefty fine and your hunting license to be revoked for quite some time, because you're just wasting a deer. It's like the one person that I knew that did that, his cousin told me, and he's like, oh, I just took everything that was left from his deer and I just basically kept it for myself because he was going to let it go to waste. Yeah, same here. I haven't been hunting in a long time, but I know like you could get certain tags, and then you could buy an extra tag if you wanted an extra deer. But I don't know if they'll allow you to do it with the buck as well. Like I said, I haven't hunted in quite some time, so I don't know how the rules are anymore and what extra tags you can buy for either a doe or a buck. Gotcha. All right, fish, you could stop jumping around me and just jump on my hook right now. Damn. The hell. I'm using shrimp for bait there, SoCal. I left my bait pole at home because, yeah, I have quite a bit of stuff only two hands could carry. And I'll only able to be here probably until 8 before DNR comes shoes me out. For sure, man. Go fill the stomach. I'll be here waiting for a fish to hit. Yeah, I would be catching some bluegill and all that, but I got plenty of shrimp and I just feel like relaxing. Although last time I was here, I was fiddling with the bluegill and it seemed to turn the catfish on. I got one good whack, took the pole and bent it up like this and then came back down. Yeah, all I did is here. This is what I'm using. And then, like I said, I just took some garlic and pepper seasoning and onion powder and just shook the whole thing in the bag and then just zipped it and did a couple of those and threw it back in the freezer and let it sit, marinate. Instead of smelling rotten shrimp that's going bad, I smell garlic and onion powder. It's like making me think of spaghetti, garlic and onion powder. Oh. Little Parmesan on it. How's your day going, SoCal? Yeah, I was wondering about that. I feel for you, man. Hell, when I got here, just a little walk from the parking lot to this spot, man. I got down here, dropped all my gear, and holy hell, I thought I just jumped myself in the shower and jumped back out. I was just sweating so bad. Like the humidity is bad, but the actual heat isn't. I could just imagine out by you. Whew. What was your high today? Up over 100? Like 80% of humidity? 117, goddamn. Sorry for saying that, but holy hell. on your patio, and you can't even go outside and then sit down and enjoy outside from your house. You're still getting baked. Getting baked. Here, fishy fishies. Here, fishy fishies. Man, come on, 5-0. Get out of that parking lot, man. I don't know if you got binoculars, but I don't want to take that chance. Come on, fishies. Hell. Unless that fish that did hit it was one that I caught a couple days ago, and he's like, man, I remember that. There's a hook in it. Yeah, right now I'm fishing the bank. That's what I did a couple days ago and caught 4 decent channels. So I figured start off the same way I ended. Here in a little bit, I'll take one of these and get it a little further out there. So there ain't really a good spot here for pole holders. It's like dirt and crap ton of gravel mix, and you can't even penetrate the ground with the pole holder because I just got lucky with the way it is with the pole holder now, because there's a spot the bank ends that and the weeds start, my pole holder down in there and into somewhat of some ground. But if a big fat cat hits that thing and decides it wants to drag a pole in the water, that pole holder is not going to hold it. I guarantee it. Yeah, I'll probably do that here in a second. Because the white one is, well, both of them are pretty close to the bank, but I'll take the yellow one and I'll give her a chucking. I just got to be careful on the way I cast. The trees above me, and there's a decent sized clearing where my poles are, so I'm not too worried. Plus, I don't do none of that casting. It's like this is the place that pretty much created my side cast. It's like I got a side cast instead of overcast because all the tree limbs and stuff, like you could see. It's all above me. Like anywhere I go, I'll try to cast. I gotta look around first to see where I'm at, so I don't get tapped in no tree. Oh, as you see right here, there's a big old tree falling down right behind me. That's sitting in some of the water. Yeah, let me give this one a bomb out there really quick. Mom's way, right? We're all the way out there, SoCal, as far as I can bomb it without the bait falling off. So we out there now. Yeah, kitty, 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 kitty. Jump on my hook. Yeah, if there was a sign near me, I would show you pretty much the layout of the lake. They have signs here that give you your depths and pretty much where your holes are, and pretty cool little layout of the lake. But then you gotta, think of and put into perspective, like, all right, when they went and did this survey for the lake, was it humid? How was the water level? Was it low, high? So whatever they say on the board, it's, you gotta think how the days were prior, and if it's low or high, say it says on the board 5 feet, and you haven't got rain in 2 weeks, then, it's not really 5 feet no more. But it gives you an idea of where the points are and where drop offs are. Yeah, that's what I thought, But when I was here 2 days ago, and now since the sun's going down, it's getting a little bit cooler out, but it's not that much difference than from what I was here 2 days ago. Have the same kind of effect, a little wind blowing towards me, and same kind of shading and all that. So it's like they were right here up at the bank, SoCal. I caught one literally. The first one was caught right here off a bobber and a small piece of night crawler. And then about right out there is where I caught the 3 other channel cats. And they literally, where that tree is right here, just a little bit over and just drop it. I wasn't even that far out, and they were knocking the snot out of this shrimp. Cause it was funny. My buddy's like, "Hey man, does catfish come up shallow?" And I'm like, "Yeah, they come up shallow." I was like, "All fish do." I was like, they gotta roam for food. I was like, they sometimes they could be in the deep, and sometimes they could be in the shallow. And as soon as I got done explaining it to him, that first catfish that I caught on the night crawler, it blew his mind. He jumped up, started recording, and then I told him bring his pole in because he casted as far as he could cast out. We brought it in about 4 or 5 feet out from the bank, and dude, they were just knocking the snot out of it. And right before you jumped in, I don't know if you were in or you just got in after, but dude, that yellow pole, I I had out there about the same distance as the white one, 3, 4 feet out, and I got hit and it lifted up the bottom of the pole, and then it just, you know, I don't think it was a turtle because the tip of the pole was bouncing. Then it was just like the whole pole just went down and came back up, and then it was just I grabbed it and there was nothing there. Because I was waiting for him to come back and take another bite, and I was gonna rip his lips off. Well, what on this one, what I like to do is in a pole, but it's got no. And that's the thing too. I've been messing with is with the different rods. The yellow one's a more little heavy duty. The white one has more of a limber tip. So it's like I've been kind of testing what gets hit on the most because I'm thinking they're feeling the the weight. So I changed up leaders. I did a whole redo on the pole. And I'm wondering if I go lighter weight on the yellow rod, if it would be less resistance because the rod's heavier than the white one. So even though I put lighter weight on it, when they go to hit it, they're feeling the resistance of the rod then. So it's like with the white one with a softer tip, they don't really feel that resistance as much. So it's like oh, Mr. Copper left. I wonder where he pulled off to. Yeah, kitty, kitty. Yeah, kitty, kitty. Yeah, kitty, 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 kitty. hanging out down the street. Same old thing we did last week. Not a thing to do but talk to you. Ooh, yeah. Hip hop anonymous. These fish, they're playing me. Come on. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. I know what it is. They know I'm streaming. They don't want to be shown on camera. They camera shy. Get on my hook. It'd be nice to have Chainsaw Massacre come over here and chainsaw the crap out of this falling down tree and get it out of the way. Oh, kitty, kitty. Where are you, my friend? There we go. Show you some water. There we go. La 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 la. It's the mother DRE. Ain't no fucking fish in this lake. Part of me wants to move a little bit further one way or the other, but I don't know. Come on, fish. Let the good times roll. I know what it is. No music. Me and my buddy were jamming out when we were over here last. That's the only difference. Using the same bait, same pole, same spot, same hook, same weight. Only difference is no music. The fish has lost that loving feeling. They're all being haters and don't want to hit my hook. Gator don't like no haters. turn this brightness down so it ain't eating up my battery. Still able to see if y'all are writing stuff or not. What do I gotta hide the phone so you know you're not being recorded? And you'll start hitting. Like, what's going on? Oh no, that was a good hit. No, 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 they're here. White pole just got a love tap. We'll see what happens here. See if that pole gets rocked or not. There's just a love tap, nothing. But that's excitement right there. I think the turtles are here, guys. I hope they don't stop. Oh, they just stopped. But I keep seeing a crap load of bubbles come up. That's it, just one tiny little smack, and that's it. It's probably a fish swimming and hit my line. I swear to God, if I do what I think I'm gonna do and I catch a catfish, I'm gonna be irked. Come on, you dirty dogs. Keep hearing something like jumping around to the left, to the right. Ooh, that was a nice swirl. I'm gonna turn you guys out this way. You can see some stuff jumping. Come on, fishy. Let the good times roll. Yeah, I thought about bringing some of my bass stuff to kind of keep me occupied, but it was like, I'll just relax. Plus, I noticed with a lot of streaming for bass, or streaming for bass, uh, bass fishing while streaming is, I wouldn't say annoying, but you get overwhelmed. There you go, overwhelmed with bait options and rig setups, and it's like you get 100 different opinions, and you can't satisfy them all. So it's but then again, I don't have a chesty for a phone, so I'd have to set it up just like I am, and hopefully I cast in camera view and catch a fish in the camera view. And then every now and then come look at the screen and see what everybody's up to and talk a little bit and then go back to fishing. Here, I like this because I get to just sit down, relax, wait for the fish to bite, and while I'm doing that, I could just interact with everybody instead of just leaving you guys to hang out to dry. Dude, something's popped around here, and I don't know what it is. Yeah, but this tree to the right of me is a walnut tree. It's got walnuts on it. Put one of them on my pole and see what happens. Any of you guys ever fished with walnuts? Come on, fish. Yeah. I should have at least got one by now. Cast my bait on. Could have. No, it's still there. It's barely hanging out. Oh, this stuff still stinks good. Knuckleheads over here. Big bait that dude's throwing. I'm out on pole. Come on, man. This is redonkulous. Be funny if these catfish know what my bait's all about now. Oh god. one good whack and that's it. And a baby tap. Put it on a fish. Swim by, hit my line. Or a crayfish nibbling on my bait. Maybe I just happened to get lucky 2 days ago and just happened to come fishing while catfish are feeding. Get away from me, B. I ain't bothering you, don't bother me. These fish. Well, I'll be a... What the hell is that? Something's out there messing around. Camera won't pick it up though. About 30 yards out. Something just messing around on top. Probably a carp or a turtle. Come on now. Stop being haters. Man, I'll tell you, right now it's so nice out. The humidity has gone away a lot. I'd sit here all night if I had to. Come on, fishies. Oh, I gotta throw a little salami out there for you to nibble on to get you going. Get a little feeding frenzy going on. That'll get you all stirred up. Figured the smell of the shrimp would have got them. And that could have been, that light tap could have been a little turtle. I don't know. I'm just out here fishing. Like to try other spots, but I gotta walk off and try to look to see if there's a decent spot to set up before I just start moving. Because I could leave my poles in the water that much longer. Why do these plants keep tending to just come my way? Just leave me alone. So, I got the best part. It's all shady, and it's like you think the fish would be out on this side because of the shade, but they not here. I only brought one of my pole holders. I'm gonna take me a walk really quick. Hopefully none of my poles go for a swim. I'm gonna go see if I could find another spot. I just don't know which way I want to go. Let's go this way first. Well, I found a different spot. It's my phone yelling at me about. Thing is, now I gotta somewhat pack up all my stuff really quick and one by one move my stuff over there. Which ain't no bigot. It ain't no thing but a chicken wing. Put that in the bag. I'll be back for you and the poles in a second. I'm moving my stuff a little bit down the other way. Well, when we get to the other spot, I'm gonna have to do a little cleanup. People leaving junk everywhere. Let's go for a walk, guys. I'll fix the screenage here in a second. So where you're not going to fall over right now, so you can get set up, and I'll reset you up. Possible. Come on. Here we go. Oh, no. All right. Bobber in the tree. Gotta watch that. All right. I'm gonna. Oh man. Well, darn. I know I grabbed some. Did I use them all? Well, you know what? And you got a garbage bag. I'll let them be. You know what? I'm just gonna rebait my other rod and get that one out there too. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Ooh yeah, now they're gonna get juicy. Woo! Oh, come Maybe I'll set you guys up over here. Set you guys right here for right now while I'm cleaning, and I'll reset up. Found a 6-pack of beer. Just strolled all over the place. There we go with some more gummies doing burnouts. Stupid man. You guys have a good one. I picked up a lot of trash. I'm gonna keep walking a little bit to the right of the camera and see if I could find any more trash here. I'll let you guys check it out. From from the spot I was at to here, half half of a bag of garbage already. Like, there's another one. I gotta be careful so it doesn't break inside. That's all I see, guys, for right now. Well, take that back. Oh, cow, man. It's all over the place. In the water, out of the water. Another one. I think I collected more garbage than there's a. Why, people? Why do you do this? I don't know. I'm either gonna have to get wet or find something long enough to drag it to shore. Right here too. I'm catching all right. Garbage that they leave here. That person had fun. Well, that actually has water in it. Yeah, that's a lot. Mostly beer bottles, but that ain't even putting a dent in it. I can just imagine what it is that way, the way it came from. Like I don't get it. I guarantee I'll come back. Say 2, 3 days, and it'll be all merged back up again. But back to fishing. There you go. And I'll move my stuff up over here so I can see you guys. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Get a drink. My drink is drink. And that's the stuff I wish DNR, I know they probably do a can, so it's not just sitting out here. And then it could break, and kids walk these paths, and if they fall down, they could get a big piece of glass stuck in their hand, and it's like, come on, man. It's like if you brought it here, and you're not supposed to have it, and you're scared to bring it back out with you, then you shouldn't have brought it with you. Because that's the stuff that basically puts a dampener on me from fishing. And then they close the forest preserve, and then I can't come fish here at night. But I'm one of the guys that actually, why he's fishing and not catching a fish. I'm here cleaning garbage up. I know it's a losing battle, but you know, oh, you make a little difference, it goes a long way. It's like now if everybody that was over there fishing just seeing me do what I did, and maybe it, you know, hope that it would be, oh, same thing. Let's pick up our garbage, or if it's not our garbage, let's pick it up anyways and put it in the garbage. Again, if you made it from the parking lot to the fishing spot with it, then no matter if you're out of worms or whatever, then bring it back to the parking lot. They got garbage cans over there. Instead, they just throw it on the ground or in the lake or river. Quite disgusting. I shouldn't, I use that word. Big old hawk flying. I'm surprised he ain't being chased by any sparrows. 9 times out of 10, you see one of them birds flying around. There's about 10 sparrows beating the crap out of it while it's flying. Kids are having a blast over there catching little panfish. Time to teach them, man. Get them involved when they're young. And then hopefully, they get hooked on it and want to do it all the time. But do it the right way. Just got to use you know, your smarts about it. Know when to call someone's bluff, and don't always listen to everything somebody tells you, because it can be bad advice. I've been there. When I was first time salmon fishing, a guy had uh, what you call a snag rig, a big old treble hook, which that hook itself was illegal. And then what he was doing to catch the salmon was even more illegal. And he's trying to tell me this is how you're supposed to catch them. And basically, he's telling me to snag a fish. It's like, dude, if you got to go far to snag a fish, then you shouldn't be fishing at all. And it's like I'm throwing MEPS inline spinners. There's, you know, rooster tails. And I was throwing them baits, and the treble hook couldn't be no more. The gap couldn't be no more than 3/8. And this dude's using ones that have like an inch gap in between the hook shank. Come on, fishies. Ball. What your part can. Just making all that noise for nothing. Soon this tree above me is going to turn into a Christmas tree with all the with all the hooks and bobbers that are on it. see a Senko, two Senkos, another one that looked like it just melted away and a little piece is still on the hook. One bobber right in front of me, another one above me. I have to get in the water about 3 feet out. I can grab this fishing line that's hanging that's connected to this one bobber and I'll probably get it out the tree. But come on, fish. Where the man? I totally forgot. I do got hooks, and I could take a piece of the shrimp and get a bluegill, and I can use them for cut bait. I'd have to take one of these poles out and re-rig it. But if I do that, then do I put cut bait on, or do I just hook them live on it? Deep plane, boss, deep plane. Come on, y'all. Don't tell me you went on the other side of the lake. I know it's cool enough for you guys. Water seems a little cooler than 2 days ago. Come on, fish. I end up getting kicked out of here and be skunked. Another thing I hate about Illinois. You need to come together, fishermen, and change these laws in Illinois. How to do it is the question, and where to do it. Just show up in front of the building on a random day, about a couple hundred deep. I feel like we want our damn lakes and ponds back. Great. I'm probably gonna end up having to mute this because somebody's coming over here. They're playing music. Great. Now I gotta listen to this. And this is the hard part about able to stream. Like, you come here, to a lake and people start playing music, and I have no control over that. I'm kind of regretting that I didn't park in that parking spot and walk all the way to that catfish spot that I know of. One time I parked in there, I got hit by somebody pulling out, and somebody told me, "Oh, your truck got hit." And it's like, well, they took off 2 minutes ago. They're pretty much down the road. Like, do you got a plate? No. Oh, well, I'm not gonna go chase them. Plus, that vehicle that I was driving got hit quite a few times. So it's like, you know, add another one to it. It gives it a little bit of style. Like, oh, it's a raggedy truck. Oh, no, it's not. What's up, Mac? What you doing, brother? Let me turn up my light so I can see. Try not to waste as much battery. There we go. How's your day going, brother? Okay. All right, all right, all right. These fish are jumping in front of me, but not on my hook. Watch, they're gonna start getting active right here in about the next half hour or so, and then Forest Preserve is gonna come boot me out. Yeah. Try to give you a little bit better view of what's going on here. That ain't gonna work. Yeah, I gotta buy a different camera holder or a phone holder. This one works for like picnic benches and stuff, but ground that's uneven does not work. And I only got like one decent spot it sits fairly well in, and then if I try to turn it one way or the other, it doesn't want to stay standing. I feel like spending a whole bunch of money on a tripod, although that probably would have been the way to go. A little bit more sturdier. Probably set it up a little bit better too, but for what I got and where I go with it, it's all right. And a lot of spots that I go to, it's like a normal tripod is not gonna work in the spots that I go to because I get in some hairy spots. I be careful though. What's up? What's up? How's your day going? Yeah, kitty, kitty, kitty. How much battery do I got? And I don't got a power pack.